Good morning everybody. We are starting our class. History, third chapter, from gathering to growing food. We know that our early humans do not growing foods. They are living caves and forests and hunting animals, and they are living that type of lives, right? In that situation, change into growing food or growing plant conditions. We are discussing about this chapter how early humans change to growing food condition. That is from gathering to growing food. Okay. Look at this. We are starting our class with look at your text. New's lunch. New was eating her favorite food. Boiled rice, squash, pumpkins, beans and meat. Her grandmother had grown the squash, pumpkin and beans in the little garden plot at the back of her house. She remembered the food had been so different when she had been to Madhya Pradesh as part of school trip. It was hot and spicy. Why was that so? According to this, a little story of this is, according to this, we familiar with our food are mainly, we have different kinds of food and different types of food. Yes? Yes. In our state or in our country, we have so many different of foods, and in each state cultivated or farming different types of crops. Now we are discuss various types of food or varieties of food. Varieties of food. Okay, we know that we are eating vegetables, fruits and meat, flesh, fish like that, right? So, these are the varieties of food. For example, vegetables, fruits, eggs, fish, meat. These are different types of foods for our daily routine or daily life, right? So vegetables are fruits are mainly we get from plants, right? We get from plants. Vegetables, fruits, grains, that's our food crops we are getting from plants. And fish, meat, egg, milk, these types of foods we get from animals. Right? Plants gives vegetables and fruits, grains, that kind of foods, and animals gives fish, meat, flesh, and egg and milk. These types of foods are depending on animals. So the variety of food, discussing with variety of food, we know that we have so much of varieties of food, right? And vegetables, fruits and other grains and meat, fish, egg, milk, these types are the varieties of food. Mainly we are depending plants and animals to get food. Plants and animals to get food. In this chapter, how the early humans know that to farming and raising animals for their food. to stay a particular place. They are lived in a caves and right forests. They are hunting animals and gathering. After the period of time, they are changed to their places to live a nearest place of, or they are lived in a narrow place or lived in a nearest river place. After that period, they want to storage their foods and they want to farming, and at that time they want to know about the climate change, which climate is suitable for which food or which climate is used for which crops. So after that the climate change, they were living in a particular place or groups. They are living to change their life to group living, or they are making a society or a village. After that, knowing the climate changing, they want to know about the edible plants which are able to eat or which are not able to eat. After that, they are finding about growing plant condition. What are the steps are, why the plant growing or how the plant growing for a better in case. That is the starting or that is the beginning of farming. How about this happened? The early humans become farmers. How does this happen? After that, the early humans becomes farmers. They are normally or driven or they were automatically lived or automatically changed to a society life, and they are starting with farming and they are growing foods. And after that, we said our foods mainly coming from plants and animals. Mainly coming from plants and animals. And according to plants, we said that how they were identify the edible seeds and know about the seeds and how plants grows. After that, they want to find or they are finding that how the animal helping them. So how the animal helping them. In animal, according to animal raising system, they are mainly raising the animals for their hunting purpose. In early period, after that they were raising their animals for foods. They raising their animals for foods. Raising animals for foods. For example, meat or flesh and egg and milk. Some that kind of food we get from animals. You know that. And in early humans or early period, the humans become raised as animals because of food. For example, dogs, sheep, goat, and pig are the main animals in that time the human beings or early humans rises. Thus dogs, sheep, goat and pig are the main type of animals the early humans rises. So this is the how they become. This is the reason how the early human became farmers or food gatherers and growing food. Okay. Most of the animals depending grass. So every animals depending on plants. So the plants is very important thing in that time. So the early humans become starting farming like grass or other crops. After that, they can or they are find that there were a difference between domestic and wild animals. We know that domestic animals is pets like that, and domestic wild animals we mainly see in the forest. So, and domestic animals and wild animals mainly they have different features. In domestic animals, they are very close by humans, but wild animals is not that much of close in by humans. Fourth, look at this picture and look at this your text, page number 23. So this is the two teeth, pick of two teeth, four pigs. One is wild and one is domestic. So the teeth and horns of wild animals are usually much larger than those of domestic animals. So this is domestic animal teeth and this is wild animal teeth. Teeth and like bones are very different from domestic animals and wild animals. Okay, mainly the early humans raised their animals for hunting. After that, they realized that it will give food for them. So after that, they are raising their animals for food. Sometimes they are starting farmers. They are starting farming or they are starting growing food that time, and any other wild animals and birds attacked them their fields. So in that time they used the animals for get away from the other animals. A new way of life. After that, the early humans started a new life. New way of life. So, in this stage, the early humans know about the seeds. Grow of the seeds. They can or they are find the what are the structures or what are the features or what are the steps are one seed want to grow. The seed grow. They are finding how a seed grow into a plant. In that time, the early humans identified how the seed grow into a plant. And maybe we know that if we have or you have a seed, we are sowing, we want to sowing that, and after sowing, it takes several days or several weeks or several months, maybe it is several years, want to grow in a plant. So maybe seeds for several days, weeks or months to grow. People share in farming, they stay in same place. So they want to farming, right? So they want to farming. The early humans want to farming. So as their old age attitudes, they were not lived in the same place. So after they are starting farming, they want to stay in a same place for a long time because of food gathering or because of food growing. So the early humans wanted to stay the same place for a long time. Because of what? Because of the growing food or farming. So in this condition, the early humans wanted to stay a place for a long time. Because of that, they are starting a society or village and socialized life. So in that ways, they are starting a socialized life. After that, they are knowing about and they are looking after their plants and watering, and they want to protect their plants for their food. And that time they are achieved or they are realized that they want to protect their plants. So they give watering. So the water facilities is not available in that time. So they are mainly stay the banks of rivers. So because of the availability of water. In that time they are stay in the banks of river for the protection of growing the plants. After that they are looking forward or looking after the plants. After that they are believed that or they are understand that plants or planting or farming is the most important way of getting food. How a new way of life started in early humans? They are stage first one is they are knowing about the seeds or they are knowing about seeds and plant growth, and third one is stay in the same place for a long time. Stay in the same place for a long time. After looking after plants. These are the main steps how the early humans become a new way of life. They are starting farming for food and so they are starting farming for food, right? They are starting farming for food, right? They are starting farming for food. After the farming, they are stored their food. They are store their food for store their crops or crops for food and seed. So they want food. So the early humans wanted to farming. After the farming or after the harvesting the product, they are stored some food, some crops for food activities or food items, and balance they are stored in seeds because of the next time cultivation or next time harvesting or next time farming. So this is the way they are starting their farming life. This is the way they are starting their farming life. Next, after that, so in the storage of that kind of crops or that kind of seeds, they want to a place, right? If you have some seeds, you wanted to put it in a box or something like that place. In that time, the early humans wanted to store that food for their future uses and after the seed. So after the future uses, so they want to a plot or pot to make. After that, they are making several pots for storing food. Like they are making large clay pots. Large clay pot and wood baskets and ducklings. Into the ground. These are the main methods of early humans to store their food for future uses. They are making large clay pot domestic purpose. They are using animals for their domestic purpose. What are the main domestic purpose? For get food and protecting their fields. And next one is source of food and meat. Right, we are already discussed with that. Source of food and meat. Source of food and meat. So, because of these reasons, mainly early humans raised their animals. Because first one is they are using animals for domestic purpose, and they find out that the animals can give food for them. So, they are raising animals for food or source of food and meat. Then, these are the reasons of storing animals in that time. So, we are discussing how the early humans became and growing food or became farmers. Right. We know that early humans do not want to stay a particular place. They are lived in caves and forests, and they are want to hunting for their food. After that, the climate will be changed. Sometimes they were very rainy, sometimes they were very hot or temperature, and that time they did not get any sufficient food. So in that time they wanted food for their life or for their living. And after that they are knowing about how we can change our life through the planting. So the early humans became farmers to identify the edible fruits or edible plants and seeds, how they are understand how the seed grow into a plant, and plan what are the plants gives us sufficient foods or edible fruits. And after that they are raising their animals for their purpose of food or for their future food purpose. And these are the main conditions of early humans, how early humans became a farmer and are growing food. So these are the main portions. And finding out about the first farmer and herder, we can move on the first farmer system. First farmer system. Look at this table. We can see that grain and bones and sides. And wheat, barley, sheep, goat, cattle. Mainly these are the main grains and bones we can find in early human being. That where is that and sides are Megra in present day of Pakistan. We know that early humans are mainly located in some areas. In our chapter, page number 14, we can see that some important sites in early humans sites we can see in page number 14. These are the main sites of early human period. And after that, look at this table and compare between the table and the map. So the grains and bones like wheat, barley, sheep, goat, cattle are mainly in that time of grain foods. It is mainly located, or we can find the area of Megra is now presented in Pakistan. Rice and fragmentary and animal bones we can find in Cote d'Ivoire in present day Uttar Pradesh, that is an area. And rice cattle, hoof marks of clay surface, it is we are find out in Uttar Pradesh, Mahagara. Mahagara is the old name or that time of early human periods site. It is in Uttar Pradesh. And next one is wheat and the lentil. It is cited with Gulf coral in present day of Kashmir. And wheat and lentil, dog, cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo. It is now we can see or we can find out in Bursawam in present day of Kashmir. This is the list. So, what are the main grains in that time, in that period? What are the main grains? What are the main grains in that period? Is rice, wheat, and barley, millet, and green gram. These are the main type of grains in India in early or in that time or early human period. We have these types of, these are the main grains and we can identify in early human period. Rice, wheat, barley, millet and green gram. Which are rice, wheat, barley, millet and green gram are the main grains in that time. The early human or early humans, they are cultivated or they are farming rice, wheat, barley, millet and green grams for their feed and for their food. After that, the animals, which are the animals they are raising, normally they are raising with dog, pig and cattle, goat, sheep. These are the main animals in that time we are raising. They are raising the animals, dog, pig, cattle, goat and sheep because for the food purpose and domestic. God gives milk and sheep also gives flesh and these types of animals gives meat. In that time, dog mainly raising with the domestic purpose and protecting themselves. So these are the main animals in that time they were raising. So one more time we are discussing with from gathering to growing food. In this chapter, we are discussing with how the early humans became and growing food purpose. Okay, so we know that we have variety types of food. We get mainly food from plants and animals, right? Plants are animals. We get food from plants and animals, right? We get food from plants and animals. Plants and animals. We already discussed what are plants gives foods and what are animals gives food. So these is the reasons how the early humans became farmers. They want to live with foods or food gathering. Then they change to growing food activities. After that, they are starting with agriculture. activities or agriculture. So, let's compare with new stones and old stones. New stones are mainly sharp tools for better farming, and old stones mainly they are using hunting animals. They are not using agriculture sector. So these are the main difference between new stone age and old stone age. So let's concluding our chapter. Today we are discussing with how early human beings become farmer, or how they are starting farming. So first one, what is the reason? First one is changing climate or climate changing. Second one is they are found the edible fruits, plants for food. Which plant is used for food or not used for food? And after that, they know that about seed growing. How one seed growing to a plant, and the plant how the plant they gave food for them. After that, they are raising animals. For what? For domestic purpose. At first, they use animals for their domestic purpose. After they find out that the animals can give food like egg, milk, meat, fresh, etc. So they are raising animals. After these changes, they are staying in same place for a long time for their future farming or food activities. So read your text carefully and stay safe. Thank you.